Hi folks, and welcome to Hemingway's Tractor. Today we're looking at the Baumalight 1P24 PTO driven stump grinder. We got this unit in late in the afternoon on Tuesday. Wednesday got it uncrated, mounted on the tractor, and took the measurements for the PTO shaft. On Thursday we had to actually cut about 2 inches off of each section of the PTO shaft and 2 inches off of each part of the safety shield before putting it back together and mounting it on the tractor. So today's Friday and we're finally going to get out and try to grind a couple of stumps. There are 3 that we're looking at. They're all live oak stumps. This first one is about 3.5 feet in diameter. Now we had some camera problems early on. One of our 2 cameras decided not to work at all, and the assistant camera person on her first shoot wound up getting a piece of stump shot at her and decided today was her last day as a camera person as well. So here we go. You back over the stump and you pull forward. The teeth on the blade itself are all on the front, so you're actually cutting into the stump as you're pulling over it. Then you back up, drop your 3-point a little bit further, and make another pass. We did this several times on this stump and everything worked great. Again, once we got into that rotten center where it was hollow, it started sending out pretty good sized chunks. I've got some pictures of those later on, you can see, but they were 5 and 6 inch chunks that were being shot up to 50 feet away from the unit itself. You see a safety shield on the left side as you're facing the stump grinder here, and that kind of diverts your chips down to the ground, but they're flying fast and furious out there, especially with those parts where it was a little bit rotten, so they went all over. If you have anybody standing around, especially small children or animals, make sure they back up plenty of distance away from the tractor. So that was where my camera decided to call it a day, and never did get anything further on that first stump. So we moved on to the second stump, got the camera set back up and working again. This is also a live oak stump. This one was probably about 5 inches in diameter, and I had ground it down previously with a rented stump grinder. Did not do a very good job and was quite a bit of effort to get it pushed out there, and then you lock one wheel and pivot it back and forth over the stump. I got this down to right at ground level so I could go over it with a mower without any issue, but I decided since we're out here and it was right next to the larger stump that I was going to go ahead and take it out. So what we're doing is we're going to grind this down below grade level. I'm trying to trace the roots that are spreading out from it so it's not going to have any issue of coming up later from those roots. And when you do this, you drop the PTO down, or the 3-point hitch down into the ground basically, and you're grinding the stump in the ground, and you're taking a pretty good chunk of dirt out with it, so you have a little bit of a trench there. One of the things that I had to do was reposition the tractor every couple of passes, so I was making sure that I was getting not only all of the stump that was visible above ground, but also as the roots spread out, I was tracing those roots out as well and making sure to grind them down so they weren't going to have an issue coming back later. So once this was all over, took a rake, basically just raked the refuse back into the trench that was dug from the stump grinder and smoothed it out. It's going to sink in a little bit, I'm sure, with age, and I'll come back and just backfill it with some more topsoil, throw some grass seed over it, and everything should be fine.